Now at 4, inside Alligator Alcatraz. Today, President Donald Trump took a tour of the controversial new immigration detention facility in the Everglades. This is a place they say is meant to keep migrants who've been detained before they're deported.
And that facility can hold about 5,000 people inside of it, but not everyone is happy with the facility's purpose or its location. WESH 2 News anchor Stuart Moore live outside that facility now. And Stu, the first inmates could be housed there very soon.
That's right, Nancy. The first inmates could be brought here sometime today. We have been told by the governor's office, not sure exactly the time that could happen or if that's actually going to happen today. But just behind me is this facility that's now known as Alligator Alcatraz, that nickname given by representatives here in Florida. Earlier today, President Trump arrived here at around 11 o'clock this morning and was greeted on the tarmac here at the Everglades Airport by Governor Ron DeSantis. Now, the two were pretty cordial and direct, but very much aligned on the policy of detaining and deporting millions of people who are in the country illegally. Trump toured the facility known as Alligator Alcatraz that was constructed in just 8 days. Governor DeSantis used an executive order to seize this property located just off the Tamiami Trail. Now, President Trump praising the action, saying no other state has done more to implement his deportation plan than Florida.
It's known as Alligator Alcatraz, which is very appropriate because I looked outside and that's not a place I want to go hiking anytime soon. But very soon, this facility will house some of the most menacing migrants, some of the most vicious people on the planet. We're surrounded by miles of treacherous swampland, and the only way out is really deportation. And a lot of these people are self-deporting back to their country.
Now, Trump stayed here at the Alligator Alcatraz for the better part of 2 hours, taking the tour and then obviously also being a part of that roundtable discussion with the governor and other representatives. For his part, Governor Ron DeSantis is calling on other state leaders to do the exact same thing that Florida has done in this situation. Reminder, this place initially could hold about 1,000 people. They can ramp that up to 3,000. Another 2,000 people will be held at a National Guard facility that's not far from here. The governor says that can also expand as well as the need base continues to grow for ICE detainees. Now, it will cost taxpayers $450 million a year. That will be taken on by the federal government, who will be picking up the tab. Of course, coming up in our next half hour, you're going to hear from people who are against this facility, not only for reasons of environmental, but also because this is their homeland. This is where their families were uprooted and stay just down the road from here, because this place is also obviously known as a place that's full of nature with alligators and panthers and other wildlife here. But people still do live in this community. You're going to hear from some of those protesters coming up in our next half hour. Reporting live in South Florida, Stuart Moore, WESH 2 News.